Ahoy, matey! Avast, ye salty sea dog!
Hi! Oh, hi-ho! I like ships.
Have you ever been in this situation? You probably felt pretty silly. You need to know how to talk like a pirate. Section 1. Preparing your voice. Try saying this phrase.
Avast ye scurvy scum.
Doesn't sound right, does it? That's because you need to prepare your voice. The language of pirate is spoken in the back of the throat, here in the thromborax. Speaking pirate also requires use of exaggerated vowel sounds.
E, I, O, U, R.
The original gruffness of pirate speech was caused by years of hard living, salty air, and alcohol abuse. The effect can be approximated by taking a large drink of rum just prior to speech. Section 2. Saying hello. There are many ways to say hello in pirate, depending on your relationship to the other person. Ahoy is considered a pleasant greeting.
Ahoy!
Avast is a curt way of getting the other's attention.
Avast!
Further, yo-ho is a jubilant and pleasant greeting for a friend or shipmate.
Yo-ho!
But how to properly address them? If they are your superior officer in your field, refer to them as Cap'n.
Captain.
If they are a male civilian of higher station than you, refer to them as Squire.
Squire.
A male junior, in a friendly manner, is Jim Lad,
Jim Lad.
while Scurvy Dog is its unfriendly equivalent.
Scurvy dog.
Also, a respectful term for a male elder is a salty sea dog,
Salty sea dog.
while any other male compatriot is me hearty.
Me hearty.
When addressing a female, the appropriate term is wench,
Wench.
with the correct modifier of buxom, saucy, foul, sharp-tongued, loose-lipped, or any other applied as necessary. Section 3. Structure. The most common pirate verb is to be, as in the singular,
This grog be warm.
or the plural.
These apples be rotten.
Note the sentence structure, with the noun always before the adjective.
That there be a buxom wench.
Is wrong,
That there wench be buxom.
is correct. Here is an example of conjugating tenses. The past,
I been plundering.
the present,
I be plundering.
and the future.
I gonna be plundering.
The personal pronoun is either I or me as a possessive, as in me grog, me booty, and me timbers. Section 4. R. You may be wondering why R deserves its own section, but this simple sound is an integral part of pirate speech. In fact, there are several varieties of R, being R, Yar, and Har. Try them out, and see if you can tell from these clips.
Arr, me hearty, how be the wind? Yar, I like the cut of your jib. Ha har, that be a good one.
Did you hear the difference? R is an interjection used to begin sentences. Yar is an agreement stating that you share the speaker's opinion. Har indicates laughter and expresses amusement. Important note: there are several words in pirate that are often a source of confusion. In pirate, booty means treasure and plundered goods, while in colloquial Ebonics, booty encompasses a variety of descriptors for the female posterior. Note that down. Examples. Pirate is an incredibly useful language for its flexibility. See here how the phrase, "Hello, Steve, nice day we are having, how are you?" it can be altered to suit any situation.
Ahoy, Jim lad. 'Tis a fine day to sail the seas. How be ye? Avast ye, scurvy dog. The day 'tis ripe for bloodshed. Be ye afeard? Ho there, me hearty. The red dusk bodes well for the day's sail. Be ye bilges flooded?
With this information in mind, you too can hold your own in pirate.
Ahoy, mateys. I was about ready to keel haul PowerPoint today. The scurvy bills rats that designed that program, they deserve to be set afloat with the worst of Davy Jones's detritus. The fair creature that did pass by my key today, eh? From copying. Oh, wow, how I'd love to pillage her loin, such a saucy wench I've never seen. Mizzen mast, I found the forecastle under the maroon sea. Yarr!
And next time, in part 6 of the Loading Ready Language series, we'll be looking at Klingon for the Patak.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle and loot. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. We kidnap and ravage and don't give a hoot. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. Yo ho, everybody, and welcome to Play It Forward of Return to Monkey Island. I'm not going to do the pirate voice the whole time, otherwise it will hurt my voice. Also, I just realized that I can't wear headphones. Doesn't work. For some reason, nobody thought that pirate hats. Nobody thought to combine pirate hats with headphones. Anyway, hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Play It Forward of Return to Monkey Island. While I just get rid of this other chair in the background, and this everything is broken. This microphone. Hope you're having a good Monday. Good talk like a pirate day. Which, by the way, this game not only is... It's not a coincidence this game is coming out and Talk Like a Pirate Day. They've actually been like pushing that in the marketing and everything. So, no surprise. Return to Monkey Island. So this is the sort of not a reboot, but the next or a new game in the Monkey Island series, which hasn't had a new game in a very long time. So this is great, and this was done by Ron Gilbert, who is the among other people, but who was the behind the first two Monkey Island games, which I can, as somebody who I've played, I haven't played all of the Monkey Island games. I think I've played 3 of them, possibly the first 3, with 2 being my favorite. So the fact that this is, Ron Gilbert's back for this one, makes me very happy. So I mean, let's get into this. This is literally the starting the opening day for this game. It came out, I believe it unlocked at 9 a.m. this morning, so it's only been available for like an hour and a half. Despite that, I'm sure spoilers are already out, and people will be coming out with walkthroughs and strategy guides before you know it. In general, I'd rather not have just as an FYI, or as a general tone for this stream, I don't want to have a lot of spoilers and stuff in the chat. That being said, it's entirely possible that I get stuck at some point, and I'm hoping, like, my favorite thing is if we're in a position where, you as the chat and we can kind of collaborate together on figuring this out. So there's, we've got no way to enforce this, but what I would like is if you know the answer to any of the things, because either you played this game before, or you've looked at a walkthrough or whatever, I'd rather if you do not, help. But if you don't know the answer, and you're as working from the same information as I have, then we can speculate together for the answers things. If so, basically, yeah, not wrong answers only, but I like it when we can jointly speculate on stuff. But if you actually definitively know the answer because you played it or you've watched a walkthrough, that's no fun. But if you don't know the answer and you're just wildly speculating, that can be interesting. Also, I might not, if you're writing the answer in chat, I might not pay attention to you because I'll be focused on the game. So that's where we're at. Let's get into that. The music you were hearing at the beginning over the going online screen is the menu music from the game, which is very nice. Yes, uninformed answers only. And hopefully by beginning to play this, doing this play it forward, so early on in the gestation of the game, hopefully that will be more likely. Although I'm sure people will finish it in the next couple days. But anyway, let's get into this. As always, I've seen the sub notifier go a few times. Thank you all for your subscriptions. I'll be thanking everybody at the end of the stream. Did I let you switch to retro graphics for this one? No, because there aren't any retro graphics. This isn't like a remake of a previous one. So I noticed this here. There's the scrapbook, which is turn the mic down a smidge. The scrapbook, which gives a brief recap of what happened in previous things. So I figure maybe let's take a look at that, just so we're all on the same page.
Hey, want to see my Mighty Pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
I put on subtitles.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate. In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
Monkey Island, or The Secret of Monkey Island, first game.
Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
Monkey Island 2.
One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
Oh wait, I forgot. I didn't realize you could click on the pictures. Oh geez, wait a minute.
Hey,
Let's try this
ever
again.
since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. In the old
Missed out
days,
stuff.
you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth. Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility.
Insult sword fighting.
The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time.
It's interesting. I was under the impression, I thought I had read somewhere that this game was going off of as a sequel to the first 2 games, the 2 that Ron Gilbert
The
worked on.
test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy.
Had to drug some dogs and put them to sleep.
Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck.
I love the idea of making a ransom note out of cut up bits, but then signing it, which kind of defeats the cut up bits part. I feel like it's like ransom notes have to be made out of cut up letters without actually understanding
LeChuck
why.
thought he was in love with Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. I scraped together a crew.
Oh,
Carla, Otis, my first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
I stole it.
Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map.
Yeah,
On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear.
what you may not know if you haven't played a lot of the Monkey Island games is that the island called Monkey Island is often not actually that prominent in the game. Like, you usually spend most of your time on other islands, and Monkey Island only comes up at the end.
LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that?
Yeah, of course.
I defeated LeChuck, and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical.
The trope subversion, which I think was, probably more of a surprise way back when this game was really originally done, that Elaine is actually
These are from the time I went
way
to
more
find the
competent than
treasure of Big
Guybrush in
Wo-
terms of being a pirate. By the way, if you've
I
had
met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times.
if you've had Amazon
Mysterious
Prime
voodoo lady at
for
the
a
International
while,
House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once.
if you've had Amazon Prime for a while and been collecting Prime
The
games,
map to the treasure had been torn into
a
4
few
pieces.
few months ago
let's
they
face
gave
it,
away
is
all the
about
Monkey
as
Island
piratey as it
games.
gets. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
The really weird thing about Monkey Island 2 has a very weird ending. It's got this ending that it was like all a dream, or was it? Actually, you're like a kid at a carnival. And then it just ends. And then in the next game they're like, okay, that was weird. That was some weird magic thing. Ignore it.
The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. I got buried alive. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering.
The scum bar, of course, SCUMM, is a running joke in all sorts of LucasArts games because scum is the name of the engine.
That's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match.
Is the name of the adventure game engine that LucasArts used to use. Scripting something for Maniac Mansion.
I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation.
Scripting creation utility. Script creation utility for Maniac Mansion. That's it, yeah.
I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride. Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time.
I believe this was the 3D one? Was this?
I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure.
Right, Tales of Monkey Island is the Telltale series. I have never played that one.
I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
Get more paper for the rest of my adventures. Alrighty, now we know everything that happened. Let's get into this, now that we're half an hour, a little over half an hour into the stream. Let's start the game! All the story with casual puzzles for the harder puzzles, the full monkey. I mean, I think we gotta do the full monkey. I did notice in the settings, there's this writer's cut, more blather, worse pacing, which I'm tempted by, but it's probably not a great idea. Although I'm curious. But considering it's like an option, not hidden away in one of the menus, I think maybe it's better if we play it the way it was intended, or at least the way it was originally intended. All right, but we are gonna go hard mode. I think we need to have all the puzzles. Monkey Island 2 had a really good, like, easy versus hard mode in it, I remember. Like, it totally changed a bunch of the puzzles and things in a really interesting way to make them easier in hard mode or easier in casual mode and harder in hard mode. But didn't just, like, you know, make things different. It actually, like, or it didn't just make them easier, it actually, like, changed the puzzles, and, like, a thing that was supposed to be there is no longer there, and they have to find where it is and stuff. It was kind of neat. But yeah, let's do hard mode.
Take this, LeChuck!
Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
I like the...
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
I like
Hey, you kids.
sword titles
You're
on the
not
top,
supposed to be in here.
so I don't block them with my face. Oh, here we go. This is how
What's next?
Mike Allen 2
Let's
ended.
goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real.
It's weird. They did that whole recap of stuff that happened in previous games and didn't even mention this part of Monkey Island 2.
Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
So this is...
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
So, okay, so this
I
works.
once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
Junior Pirates to do... Okay.
Sounds real.
Obviously, so much time has passed since this game and the previous games. It looks like they're not doing the standard... They're not doing the old school, like, LucasArts, verb system.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate.
Which is probably just as well.
Hello? Boo!
Ha! He's dead to the world. Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
Muck
Hey,
around.
Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
Alright, let's go. There's this whole thing about this art style. Oh, here we go. So you can right click or left click.
I
Oh, that's
once
kind
had
of
the
neat.
hiccups for 4 days straight.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Standard adventure game logic.
It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else.
If you can pick it up and take it.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money.
Maybe I should be on the other side. And then this should be up here. Hopefully this won't block anything. Let's try this.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
Oh. Okay then. Outhouse. Mess around in
It's
the
locked.
outhouse.
Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Okay.
Good. You
I like
unlocked
this.
it.
I like the streamlined interface. Gross.
Please wash hands before leaving outhouse. I'm not touching that gunk. It seems more like something Chucky would do. It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
And the guy in the
Gross. Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. Gross.
the guy in the other place is wearing very thick glasses.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
So if I can,
I'm not sure how we can get scurvy dogs without any pieces of 8.
We might have all we need.
so if I can get his
I
glasses.
don't think that guy can see very well.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe I can steal his glasses. Because I'm not already doing terrible things. Tie up Chucky. Why would I want to do that?
In France, they call a scurvy dog.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here.
I
for a
mean, if
minute.
I can.
I want to get scurvy dogs.
Exhibit removed. Aww.
Ooh. Well, that's nasty.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead. I'm hungry.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
I don't see very well, but I can hear just fine.
Okay. Well, we'll try it.
Now,
I'm
what?
guessing he'll see it, and we'll have to take his glasses somehow.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
What can we get with this?
Ooh.
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy
All right.
dogs if you want.
That was easy.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
Also gross.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
Bit of a Ren and Stimpy vibe going on here. In terms of like the
I'm
extreme
having these for
close-ups
breakfast,
that are really
lunch,
nasty.
And dinner forever. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Alright. Now we tie him to a thing.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
No.
Exhibit removed.
We just like leave?
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert
Trying
planner.
to figure out whether this is like real or not.
There.
It's just like a fantasy
See you around
sequence.
the park, shitheads.
Whoa! Mess around and explore. Check out an anchor, feed a duck, find our real parents, practice sword fighting, find a 4-leaf clover, make a wish. This looks like a list from like Untitled Goose Game.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead.
I don't know if this is
Current
strictly
design
true.
is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell
you
that
go
one
sleep.
side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting.
This is
When
actually
anchor
kind of
goes down
interesting.
too evenly, and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes
This
from
is
the
actually a
Sanskrit
good-
word Nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
It is very whole story in the sense that like some of that was true, but a lot of it wasn't. But there's enough truth to be like, this seems okay.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Well-
Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Shoot!
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
Is there a button to run? Oh, that's handy. You open your to-do list and highlight all interactable items. Oh, that's cool.
I want to say 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Hey, hands off!
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
There is a spitting contest in Monkey Island 2
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
that is very entertaining.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
Add some sauce, practice sword fighting, find 4-leaf clover, make a wish. Alright.
I want to feed the duck. I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
Gotta run.
How rude.
What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
I mean...
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't? You should put that on your scurvy dog.
I should. Combine items in inventory. Oh, look at that. Mmm, num num num.
Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops. At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
I found
Four-leaf
a four-leaf
clover.
clover.
Awesome.
Ah.
There was still one left. Darn.
Take that, Kathleen. Alright. Kathleen is an expert at finding four-leaf clovers.
I already found a four-leaf clover.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Ooh. Actual money.
Maybe I should throw this down the wishing well.
Alright. Chucky had a mustache. D would disappear. I mean, a cool plant sounds pretty good. Speak backwards. Team 5. What a cool plant. We can have a plant that's cool.
I wish for a cool plant.
A plant? What a waste of a wish.
Ooh.
I take it back. That was the best.
We're not going to acknowledge the fact that I wished for something and it just happened. That seems like a big deal. Can I?
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
Can I feed the scurvy dog to the...
I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself.
No.
Don't feed the duck.
Hey, guys. It says don't feed the duck.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I can't call them out
Never
on
mind.
it. Ah, okay. The double click is run. Wait, I bet I can challenge him
At
again.
home, I've got a collection.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Haha!
I win!
Sucker! Practice sword fighting, feed the duck. Okay. Yeah, does Chucky messing with the basket
I wonder
distract
what's
them
in that
enough?
basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect.
Gotta run.
How rude.
They should actively look away to illustrate that they're not seeing it. Okay.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
So yeah, I guess this is just a little tutorial thing. Done. Cute duck fed. Alright, sword fighting, eh? Oh, it's like right here.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
So for those of you who haven't played a Monkey Island game before, Monkey Island has this thing called insult sword fighting, whereas basically the idea is that sword fighting is easy. Where you really get the advantage is
sit
by
on my head without using my hands.
cutting insults on your opponent in the middle of the sword fight. And so you have to, there's like somebody will insult you and then you have to give the right response. You have to give a good comeback. Alright. Let's go find our parents. Oh, this is awkward.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
We're going for a Prince of Persia story being told kind of deal here. The island of Melee. This is literally the opening screen from the original game, too, which I love. Yeah, we have hit the title screen, everyone. Dinky game engine. Apparently that's the new game engine. So look around for references to Dinky, I guess. Wait, I think in Monkey Island 2 there is a Dinky Island. So it's probably actually a reverse reference. I might turn the music down a little bit. I feel like it might be a little loud in comparison.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi.
Again,
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
How the first game started.
In a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no. I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
So this is like the try again at the Secret of Monkey Island.
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
Is LeChuck somehow going to end up being the good guy in this? Alright, I'm just actually going to quickly lower the music volume a little bit. Just feel like the balance is a little off for me. Yeah, wow, this is just a recreation of Melee Island on from Secret of Monkey Island. Except in the new art style.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's hard on softness. I better get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard.
I mean, Carla deserves to be the governor. She was the sword... I believe she's the sword master.
Some things never change. The Scum Bar will be here as long as there are pirates. Damn pirate wannabes.
Well, let's take a look. Oh. I was kind of hoping there'd be a guy hanging from the chandelier. Just to complete the,
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
Left it unattended? Yoink. In the back of the Scum Bar is...
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe.
Oh, hey, pirate leaders.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders.
Get lost.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you? Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
I think they're being sarcastic.
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Harsh.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent. It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I believe there's a running joke that nobody respects Guybrush, of course, but also nobody remembers him, and nobody can say his name right.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It's a prize of incredible cultural value.
Culture? You mean like a cheese or something?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
It's just weird. I don't know if I totally like the idea that, like, nobody even remembers who LeChuck is at this point.
Fine. I don't need you or your money.
Pardon me while I carve
I can do
to
this on my
table.
own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes.
You are a pirate.
I like the old pirate leaders better.
Use wads of cash out for expedition. Alright. Just to quickly check. Can I get into the back room right now?
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe, how have you been?
Oh.
Same old, same old.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
She's good. No piece is missing.
kids yet?
Whoa, easy there, Tiger. I'm still in my juvenile phase myself. That's what Elaine says, anyway.
Well, tell her I say hello.
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey! Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus
I kind of
side,
like this idea that
they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old
Guybrush
crowd.
is like the last of the old guard pirates now. Even though he was never really a pirate, or at least not a very good pirate to begin with.
Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No, I don't think you did. Well, that's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm thinking I'll steal one.
As far as I know, the only ship out there is LeChuck's.
Even better. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
Active little guys, aren't they? Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. And you have a packet of stick-on stars. The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk.
Smell the risk.
Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday. The plaque says, "In memory of looming seagulls of old." I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
Yay! I got a thing.
It's hopeless.
Right, the tangled string. Oh yeah, by the way,
The pen is mightier than the sword. This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years.
I pre-ordered the game for this stream, so I got my horse armor. Yeah, guaranteed to not actually do anything in the game. But just sit in your inventory.
Well, it's definitely a mop. Will you advance me the down payment on a ship if I help you clean up?
Put that down before you hurt yourself.
What?
Clearly, there's a lot you don't know about mops.
Honestly, I think I prefer to keep it that way.
Alright. I am starting to think that there may be a situation where I've got to get this guy to leave so I can steal some stuff in here. Which is a pretty common move. Stuff like the mop and the picture. We'll cross that bridge if we come to it.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames. Elaine?
Hey.
Guybrush! Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but
this a
I can
kissing
skip over
story?
hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
Now remember, people at home, this is a story Guybrush is telling. Elaine, their relationship may be slightly different than in reality than what is being presented here.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
Shouldn't use limes. Lemons are better.
Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
You wouldn't happen to have a ship with you?
No, silly. I came on a charter. Just like you.
I figured that, but it never hurts to ask. I'm finding it harder than I thought to get hold of a ship and a crew for my expedition.
Why don't you ask around at the docks? I'm sure you can find something.
Thanks. I'll try that.
Yeah, the British Navy used limes because Britain had large holdings in the Caribbean, I guess, that allowed them to grow limes cheaply.
I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
Yeah, limes do work. They're just not as good as lemons. Which is kind of ironic, but anyway.
I have to get going.
Oh, so do I. Lots to do. Bye.
Bye.
But yeah, good point about the trivia book. In the back of the scum bar is, the kitchen, right? I don't know what this does, but I guess we'll see.
It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers.
Criticize
the problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. It doesn't look finished.
Sketchy graffiti. Wonder if that's a relevant pattern.
They're having a half-off sale.
Real voodoo going out of business. Alright, let's check it out.
The International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Oh.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean?
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much.
Warning, there may be some flashing lights here.
The secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
It's a sequel remake.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way. Think of it as a book of hints.
What is
that's
it really?
what it is.
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge. Now you must go. I have a luncheon, and your destiny lies at the docks.
It does?
Most assuredly.
Ooh.
At Chamber of Commerce midnight luncheon. Back shortly. Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally, and historically accurate. The sign says so.
How many geckos can you spot at the monkey head location? Alright, I don't think I'm prepared to answer that question right yet.
What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that?
Okay, this graffiti definitely has some sort of relevance.
This place has kind of gone downhill.
There are all those sort of similar shapes with little dots in them and stuff. Okay. This is definitely some...
Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor.
There's something to do with these. It's going to be some sort of relevant puzzle.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store. At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle.
I believe this used to be the store that sells chickens with pulleys in the middle. Rubber chickens with pulleys in the middle. Which became relevant for weird reasons.
The sign says, at Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. Oh, yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now. The sign says, at Chamber of Commerce... Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
More graffiti.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Is he forced to close because I stole a promise note from him in the first game?
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Am I the baddie?
Employees only. It seems to be stuck closed.
Like anything that will help a stuck door? I do not.
I've got a few coins for incidentals. It's hopeless.
Alright, I need to think about something to untangle this string at some point. That's true, we are the baddies. I mean, we are pirates, which would imply a certain amount of baddiness.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
A visitor! Wait.
Oh,
Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
This was
I blame the government.
Return to
In
Monkey
fact,
Island
didn't
website.
we first meet right here?
Not at all.
Had this
I
image.
was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic! You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Possibly, though it was kind of tricky last time, and I didn't get much out of it in the end.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
Well, except the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Alright, before we continue, gonna take a
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a swamp. Without the clean parts.
Gonna take a quick commercial break. Be back in just a few minutes. And we are back! Time for more of this game. Back for more of Return to Monkey Island. And as a quick note, I have now switched the nickname site over the loading the magic nickname site over to voting mode. So lrr.cc/nicknames. You can vote on what nicknames you think should win. All right. Trivia card. I like the trivia cards as like a collectible thing.
At least the jail is well lit.
Yeah, but the better I can see it, the worse it looks.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
Fair enough.
Hey,
all right, hey Stan.
Hello there, son.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Oh, that's terrible.
Believe me, I feel worse about it than you do.
The two things that define Stan as a character are the arms and his plaid jacket that is not in fact plaid. It is in fact a hole in the universe that leads to a plaid background that stays in the same spot regardless of how he moves.
Could I get a ship from you after you're out of jail?
Don't count on it, son. I expect to be released any time, but I haven't even got anything on back order. It pains me to lose
Even
a
in the-
sale, but if you need to get off this island, you're gonna have to find another way.
Even in like the 3D Monkey Island games, they specially made his outfit so that it would be the same thing with like the plaid not moving as he moves. Which I think was not deliberate in the first game. It was just because they didn't want to bother trying to track plaid on him. But now it's sort of part of the gag.
Could you refer me to a competitor?
Stab me in the heart. You'd go to a competitor? Where's your loyalty, son?
Well, seeing as you're in jail and have no ships and can't help me, I thought...
It doesn't matter anyway. There's no competition. I drove them all out of business long ago. Nobody can play the angles like old Stan. I didn't really anticipate a situation like this one coming up.
Any tips on how to steal a ship from someone else?
One word, son. Mutiny. Get yourself on board a worthy vessel, gain the confidence of the crew, wait for the right moment, and strike. If you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
They're definitely putting this idea out there that I'm going to be
thanks, I
stealing
guess.
LeChuck's ship.
Anything I can do to help you, let me know. As long as it doesn't involve selling you a ship.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's
good life advice right there.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Wow.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud.
All right.
It's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
See you later.
Yep.
All right.
How's your day going?
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
I mean, there's a locksmith right here.
Welcome to my shop.
Hello. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
Ooh, fancy.
If it is a key, could you duplicate it?
I'm not sure you're supposed to take it literally.
How would you like to join a pirate crew?
Would I have to leave my shop?
Well, yes, that's the general idea. The crew actually get on the ship and, crew it.
Thanks.
Good point.
I'll pass. Try down at the docks. There's always somebody hiring somebody down there.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
That does sound tough.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
What's this lock?
That's for hats.
Hat lock.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
What is that? It's definitely not a key. Or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course.
So if I go over here...
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid!
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
I need like a magnifying glass or something.
You look like you're having a good time.
Wait, is there a trivia card in
Welcome
here?
back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. All right.
Looks sort of like an eye. I think it's a chandelier.
This graffiti is definitely starting to bug me. It's like there's some sort of larger puzzle about it. I'm sure of it, but I don't know what it is. Alright, well, let's go up to the governor's mansion, I guess. No scary dogs. That's good. Take the back way into the island's interior. Alright, well, first let's go to the governor's mansion.
Carla.
Bum bum bum.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
Alright, I don't think we're actually insult sword fighting right now.
How's the governorship treating you?
It's not as straightforward as I'd hoped. For some reason, you can't just tell everyone what to do and assume they'll do it. That's new territory for me.
Not for me. Maybe I should be governor.
I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine said that program is being hampered by Captain Madison.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
There's a card up there.
I'll be needing a crew. You interested?
Ha! I'd rather swallow a live badger than crew with you again. No offense intended.
So, unlikely but still possible?
No.
A charging
Want
badger?
A crew, go down to the docks and hire one.
Is there a government program that funds expeditions to find secrets of Monkey Island?
Oh, gosh. You're too late for that one. We canceled it last year and diverted the funds to build a habitat for the rare Caribbean whining leech.
Darn.
There's a ship at the docks that's headed for Monkey Island.
I think you're talking about LeChuck's ship.
Do you want to go to Monkey Island or don't you?
Wonder how long
nature
it's
hasn't
been.
changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Poke bottle. Pokey.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Edgy.
Official portrait of the sword, I like.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
The official portrait is her attacking the artist.
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Interesting.
It's a lot of work being governor. I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
All right. Yay! Adding items to my inventory.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
Try this one
Can I
more
borrow
time.
a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
All right, fair enough. I feel like there's something there. Although, I feel like some of these books are just to mess with you, being like, oh, hey, here's something that will be really, really useful in this game. You can't have it, though. Ah. They do like doing that. Take the back island to the back way to the island's interior. Oh, okay. We got forest, we got the lookout point, we got the shipyard. What's in the forest?
Warning, the dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Alright, is this one of those? Keeps going randomly unless you know what to do.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Museum of Pirate Lore. At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly.
Everyone's there.
Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Right. The t-shirt said, I beat the sword master and all I got was this t-shirt or something. Oh yeah, what's my... David Fox started working at Lucasfilm Games. The original Monkey Island was first released on... Oh wow, these are... First game... These are not... I mean, Maniac Mansion, I would assume. Alright, maybe I'll look at those after I get like most of them.
A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth. Ooh, purple flowers. These must be catmint, or wisteria, or sweet rocket.
Alright. It's one of these things that I'm going to need a map.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Yeah, okay. Alright, looks like the only other thing... So there's, I can just go to LeChuck's ship, too. I guess I'll investigate that in a sec. But first, let's go to the shipyard. Which theoretically is abandoned right now.
It's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
It's Tan's previously used. Good old Tan.
I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival.
Ooh, bucket!
Looks like the only available ship on the island right now is LeChuck's.
Strange
It's
mass.
a dried up old sea sponge.
Yoink. Bucket!
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
Oh, I can't take the bucket?
Looks like the only available ship on the island right now is LeChuck's.
Oh, at least I got a sponge.
It's good for relieving stress.
I can't
It's hopeless.
use this on like the mooring thing. Alright, good to see that it like is only shows you stuff where that it can be used on. Alright. Not a useless trip.
This used to be such a bright, cheery place.
I got a sponge. Gotta be good for something. Alright, docks, High Street, Low Street. It's nice that you can just fast track to any of these places. Alright, let's go to LeChuck's ship. This is probably gonna be bad. Le ship?
How clever. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote.
You have to be a
You look
Ghost?
like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short a swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer.
Ah.
Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Absolutely. I'd love to be a swabby. Swabbing is one of my favorite things in the whole world. The restful, mindless
I bet I have to
repetition,
get
the
a
delicate scent of old
mop.
soapy water, the proud
You have to supply
satisfaction
your
of
own
a
mop?
sparkling plank.
Okay. Save the strokes for the decks. The only requirement is that you bring your own mop.
Done.
You've got a mop. The job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
It's like I've played games like this before.
Smith. John Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a blacklist, and you're on it.
Wait,
In
what?
fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry. Can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
What?
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Isn't it a
Mutiny
ghost
the
ship?
crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
Switch your list. Join the truck's crew. Quartermaster recognizes me. We're hired. Get a map. I like that some of the things on the to-do list are more sort of aspirational than actually things that you will have to do in the game.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. Looks like this is going to be a long journey. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4.
Okay, so I have to disguise myself. And I have to get a mop.
It's soft and extra fuzzy. It's good for relieving stress.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Oh, maybe the meeting's over now.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
Oh, hey, here's...
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
If you are interested, I played Loom on stream way back when I was doing things on my stream. It should be on the YouTube channel somewhere. It is a great game.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Oh, his thing now says, don't ask me about Loom.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
I like the way the music changes. I want your mop. Surreptitiously abscond.
You don't use someone else's mop.
Why not?
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
This is not helpful.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
You put a sponge on the end of a stick?
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop. The plaque says, "In memory of looming seagulls of old."
All right. I gotta find a stick. There's somebody hanging out the window.
It's those three clowns at the back table.
Yarr!
Is that a...
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
All right. Gotta find a mop handle tree. Oh yeah, so has everyone come back from the whatever they were doing? Yeah, it's like Wally's is open now. And they sell maps.
Hey,
That's what I need.
Wally? Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally.
Right, I stole his monocle.
Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Oops, whoops.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
Good old adventure games where you just cause havoc for everybody around you.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
You need a sliver of wood from the tree to make a map to the tree? But then won't I have gone to the tree already?
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all.
Yeah, maybe we can get a sliver off that mop.
Cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
Bye. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
All right.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby. It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced. Huh, never seen one of those before.
I'm assuming these are references to other things.
The first rule of piracy is never buy a used treasure map.
Alright, I got a glass thing that I can probably use to look at the
LeChuck, sir.
code.
Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done. Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed.
That's what he said about you.
Wait. Let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Wait, no.
Sure.
Have him killed
I wanna
and
bring
then
this up
have
one
him
more
see.
time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
I bet I'm gonna get on board. Wait, let me quickly... There's a thing over the door that was interesting in here. You mean this or this?
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes.
This lines and dots one? Yeah, that could be interesting too, but...
Huh, never seen one of those before.
I think these are all just random maps to be silly. I think it would say something more if it was an actually plot-relevant map. Let's go see if we can get that code.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid! They say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Boom. Yay! I did a thing.
Welcome back.
Hi. This is the number for the jail cell lock. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Pretty sure that serial number thing is not a real thing. That seems like that is like a huge security problem.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid! Word of advice, kid. Stick to the narrow straights.
I mean, there's a number, there's like the number that corresponds to the things on the key, but it's not literally written on the face of the lock.
Jail is like a bad breakfast. Small, greasy, and hard to swallow.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
To be honest, I don't know why I did that.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
Like, I don't have any particular reason to have done that, but...
Darn it! I've been trying to inventory the spiders, but they keep eating each other, and I have to start over.
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
Alright, I can't unlock his cell.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
But... yeah, I can't, or, I don't know why I did that, but I can, so I did. That's how things work.
Things are not what they seem.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Okay, so... can we get a sliver of that mob?
It doesn't look finished.
Do I have... I don't have anything that would good for like cutting off a sliver of a mob. Hey, this guy didn't used to be there.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir. Fancy.
I'm seeing a way that I can possibly get the cook out of the...
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
So he is at the governor's mansion.
Oh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
Stay away from my mop.
Not of anything that would be good for getting a mop sliver. Alright, maybe if I go to the mansion and talk to... what's her name? Clara. I can get the recipe.
I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
I do host plenty of functions, but I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Well, that didn't work. Maybe I can find out more information about it. There's no bits of food lying around that could give me a hint. Oh yeah, that's true. What, is there any books that are recipes? Ingredients.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed.
That seems...
You never even apologized.
That seems actually totally... Oh man. It's gonna be a stew with the book called Ingredients in it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
What can I give her? I mean, money?
Can I pay you for the book I lost?
I don't need your money.
I took the stuffed animal from... She didn't want the stuffed animal. Have some horse armor? You want some string? Or a monocle? Can you give her a book to replace the book you want to borrow? That's a good point. I wonder what the book that I borrowed from her before was. I don't really have any books like the trivia book and the hint book aren't like things that I can give to people. You want a cell key? Like, I'm 90% sure this whole, ingredients, then the ingredients thing. So I need a book. Alright, let's see if there's any other places that are open now that whatever meeting is over. Chamber of Commerce meeting. Can I go back in here? Oh, here we go.
Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
Shiny.
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. Not for me. Looks like it's been there forever.
This knife looks relevant.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife.
Good for
Very
getting slivers
sharp
of stuff
indeed.
off a...
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
How do you get a
Use with
scrimshaw
threads,
license?
Spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked
So that's
securely
what,
in
everybody?
a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product.
That's
By
fair.
verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Alright, got a knife. Disguises.
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
Oh ho ho.
Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks. Not very practical. Too bad it's empty.
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy.
I was thinking there might be like a book or something in here that I could use.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
Okay.
I'll take this
Forgiveness frog it
can
is.
help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
Can I offer you a frog in these times of trouble? I don't know. If somebody was like, oh man, I'm so sorry I borrowed that book and didn't return it. Could I give you this frog? to show him in exchange, I would probably be inclined to forgive them. Hey, I have this frog.
This is for you.
Get frogged!
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
I didn't know you could write on a frog.
Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough. Dear Carla,
I guess I want to apologize for the book, not for all the other things that I did to her.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Hard on softness was on her thing.
I admire that you are hard on softness.
I always tell people, I know you're nicer than people say you are. I feel like she doesn't necessarily want to be perceived as nice, or that you've been telling people she's nice. So I think maybe this one?
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me.
Oh look, I have a nice
This
frog
is for you.
with an apology written on
Dear
it.
Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
We need to know more things about her. Alright, we gotta look around for more info on Clara.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
She doesn't like getting her portrait done. Because I got the other thing from, like, the poster. So who else could I... Is there somebody I could talk to?
It's a lot of work being governor.
Oh yeah, the tip of the mic has written. It said one thing, suggesting that one of the options was wrong. Yeah. The question is whether it's just one of the options are wrong, or whether it's something that I don't actually know yet. Alright. Let's try this again. Can you erase a frog? Apparently so.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I admire that you are hard on softness.
So this is the one I'm not sure about. The fact there's only 3 answers for this one is highly suspicious.
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
Yeah, I think I may have... Oops. Wrong thing.
Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Okay, so I think I need to go somewhere else to find out more about Carla. Or I need to, so... Who could I talk to, or where could I go to find out more about Clara?
Hey, kid!
Hey, Stan!
Hello there, son!
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
See you later.
Yep.
Oh, trivia card.
It seems to be stuck closed.
Alright, where else can I go? Maybe learn something more about Clara.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises.
Right, there was the thing in the woods. And that's her old place. That's a good point.
That never ends well for the knife.
No. But yeah, the place in the woods is where I need to get like a eye patch or something. And that is her old house. So there's got to be something there.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum
Oh, this
of
guy.
Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter.
This might
Here,
be like the
take my
first
business
new
card.
character I've encountered.
Thanks?
The museum showcases the largest collection
Other
of
than the
pirate
pirate
memorabilia
lords, I
in the
guess.
Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the Pirate of 1,000 Faces. There's some very tiny writing on it.
Yeah.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
What? Still not a thing.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me.
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
I'm Thunder Bunny. No, I'm Plunder Bunny.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
There's this parrot here. And there's crackers over in the locksmith's place.
I shouldn't bother it. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there.
Right.
Very impressive.
I got her
a free
arrested.
collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number 1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is
the
absurd.
history of me
it's like this
personally.
whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
Storeroom.
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
Drunk.
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
All right, cool.
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
What?
Pirate Times. Editor Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
Wonder what I need in order to make it. Ooh, trivia card. Not much in here. Yeah, there's a parrot in the in Locksmith's place.
Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
I see you wear a peg leg despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
It doesn't seem interested. Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here on Melee.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
I'm assuming this won't work.
The display case is locked.
And I can't use my thing to see the name.
Pirate Times, editor Conrad Lee, ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
And I have this cracker mix now, but the parrot is not interested in it.
It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
Alright. Disappointed I didn't learn anything about the governor. Let's try one more thing on the... Okay, let's try the frog one more time.
Dear Carla.
It's gotta be Dear Carla. It's gotta be sorry for losing the book I borrowed, right? Like, that's what we're apologizing for. Although I did blow her up one time, I think.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
And this has got... The hard on softness has gotta be the thing.
I admire that you are hard on softness.
So it's got to be this one that's wrong? Let's try something different here and see if we get a different response from her.
And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
So I did use Scare the Heck Out of Me. I did implement a reminder system. I promise to do better in the future.
I promise to do better in the future.
I mean, we changed more than one thing in that, so that's probably not a great way to test this, but anyway. Oops. Oh, this works.
Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Okay, same answer. So I think it's definitely that middle one where we only have 3 answers. We've got to get a different answer there. Where about something about whether she likes being viewed as nice or not. So who could give me more information on that? Also,
hello, Mr. Brush.
Hiya. Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Does this parrot want parrot food?
It doesn't seem interested. Oh, I'd really like some crackers.
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
Do you want cracker mix?
I found some cracker mix. You could bake fresh crackers in your furnace.
Thanks. The ones on the plate were getting a bit stale. Take some if you want.
Aha! Rather than making cracker mix, I can give her crackers and then take other crackers. Sure, why not? Okay, so maybe I can give these crackers.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
All keys are gold. It's the way of keys.
Wait, can I have 2 monocles?
Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
Ah. 2 monocles. Alright. I'm just about to run out of time on the stream here because Corey's got the Cantor Horses Club coming up. I don't want to go over time. But just before that, call me Guybrush, 2 monocles, 3 wood. So 2 things I can try here. 1, wearing both monocles.
If 1 monocle is good, 2 is better.
To read the little numbers?
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down. I've got enough to last me.
And then I can distract the parrot with the thing. Okay. We got a plan. We can get a key from the key maker person, and then we can distract the parrot, and then we can open the thing and steal this. So that gets us something. And we will leave that for Wednesday, which is when I will be playing again. So thank you everybody for joining me on Play It Forward, and I hope you have enjoyed this show, and I hope you have enjoyed reading so far on Turn to Monkey Island. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the little thingamadoodle, dingle the bingle, as they say. All the kids, many different people say that, I've heard. Yeah, thanks for watching. I will talk to you later.